Good morning, sports fans. This is Brad Atwell on WCOU Sports, starting out our 2015 football season with Coach Jeff Griffith of the Barren County Trojans. And he's up early this morning celebrating a win last night over Midcalf County in a 28-14 victory over at Scotty Field last night for the Scotty Bowl. Coach Griffith, good to have you with me this morning.
Glad to be here, up early and ready to get some coffee going and get our day started.
Yeah, I had to get mine before I got here. I didn't want to wait. Coach Griffith coming in as a new coach at Barren County and started off the season with a win last night. That's a good way to start things off.
Well, it certainly is. You always want to start off with a win, and everyone's a little apprehensive to, with the first game, and got the nerves going a little bit. But anytime you can come away with a victory, that's a positive. And so we certainly made our share of mistakes. I was disappointed in the way we played the second half last night, but to get a victory and have it as a learning experience, it's all a good way to start 2015.
Yeah, talking a little bit about just how the game started off last night, and looked really sharp on the defensive side of the ball. Special teams really kicked things off early, and talk a little bit about how much special teams really does make a difference in a ball game.
Well, it's huge, and it's especially huge if you've got a talented return guy like we have in Nick Mabe. And the bad thing is that people are going to start kicking away from him, but he started the game off last night with a bang, obviously with the big, I think it's probably about a 60-yard punt return, and obviously Nick's really talented, but our guys did a good job of picking up some blocks and getting him down the field. And once he gets in the open field, he's tough to get down.
Yeah, when just watching the ball game last night, I didn't really know if he was even going to pick that football up at first.
Yeah,
it bounced on the ground, and the next thing you know, he's got it in his arms and he's gone.
Well, we talk about it. We obviously want to field every ball cleanly in the air, but if you can't really get to it, put yourself in a position where you can kick, get it off the first bounce, and that's what he did. It hit the ground and took a perfect bounce for him, and he put himself in position to catch it on the run. And like I said, he got down the sideline and put us up and gave us a lot of momentum early.
Well, I know in the first half, Midcalf just could never get anything on our defense. Our defense kept them backed up last night, and we kept the field turned on them most of the night, most of that first half. And going to a different defense than what our boys are used to, and that's made a difference. But they look like that they are finally catching what it is to play that three down front.
It is, and it's going to be a learning process. We wanted to put a strong emphasis on stopping the Metcalf running game, because that's what they really hang their hat on, and we really had 8 and 9 guys up sometime and attacked the line of scrimmage, and that was our game plan. And of course, we fortunately got up on them a little bit before they started finding some passing lanes, and we were going to give some stuff up in the passing game. But I was disappointed with some of the things that we gave up that we shouldn't have. There's a difference in giving some things up and then just having some breakdowns, and we had some breakdowns in our secondary last night, particularly in the second half, that we just can't do if we expect to be a good football team, especially on the defensive side. But overall, I thought we did a good job with the Metcalf County running game, especially this first half, and did a good job shutting it down, and that's what we wanted to do. And kids took the game plan we put in and executed it well.
Yeah. Talk just a little bit. I know that last night you started off the night already in the hole with two of your receivers that were out last night with Ty Hay and Isaac Atwell. And when you've been putting your game plan around a passing game with 3 receivers, and you go down to having to just put guys in there, and you go down really to one receiver that's used to being out there and catching the ball, it takes a little while to get those other guys in that game plan.
It does. Well, and unfortunately, in Isaac's case, we've lost him for the year, and other than Nick, he had probably had the best preseason camp of anybody that we've had, and he was doing a great job. We had moved him to tight end. He had played some offensive line last year, and we moved him there initially in the thought process of he's going to be a really good blocking tight end. But what we discovered that he was really athletic and had really good hands and could catch the ball, and became a big factor in that. And unfortunately, we've lost him for the year. And so we go from and then this past Tuesday in practice, I mean, and Ty Hayes going to be back. He just jumped up and came down on his ankle and had a sprained ankle, and he's going to miss a couple of 3 weeks probably. But like you said, we go from what we think we have 3 really good receivers to all of a sudden we're down to 1, and we're having to move some guys around and try to fill the holes a little bit, and that hurt us a little bit. But the kids that we put in there did a great job, and we had to adjust a little bit. The thing that really hurts is as we move forward, we really need to get Ty back, because if we just have Nick out there, people can roll coverage to him and take him away.
Yeah, and Metcalf did that some last night.
They did.
They're there for a while. They were bringing at least double coverage on him, and sometimes you even saw triple coverage on him. And then I think it was there in the third quarter after Metcalf had come back out and scored. We thought what he was running was probably some kind of little wheel route or something. And the next thing you know, he's turned and went down the field, and I don't know, for probably a 40-yard touchdown. And so it's hard to get away from 3 guys covering you on the defensive side of the ball, even as good as he is. It's just there's nowhere to throw the ball to him.
It is, and what we did to him last night on that particular play, we double moved him, and of course with Nick, and Andrew Hughes did a great job of pumping the out, and then he just turned it up, and all 3 of their guys that were kind of one over the top of him and basically 2 underneath, and they all bit, and he got behind them, and Andrew threw a good ball, and Nick ran under it and made a play. But Nick's going to have to do it. He knows that he's going to get double and triple coverage sometimes, especially if we don't get Ty back. So that's what we're going to see for the next few weeks. And that was the thing that really hurts us with our injury situation at that position, is that with those other 2 guys, with Isaac and Ty out there, they really can't do that as much. I mean, they could, but then those guys can really hurt them if they do roll coverage that way. But Nick knows he's going to get that, and we've got to be able to still be able to get him the football. We can't say, well, he's double covered, we're not going to get him the ball. He's still a guy that's going to have to touch the ball 10, 12 times a game for us to be successful.
All right. Well, we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back for the second part of the Coach's Show today. And you're listening to us on WCOU Sports, live with Coach Jeff Griffith of the Barren County Trojans.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yep.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Well, here's our card. The location is on the back. It's McDonald's? What? What?
Oh, get out
No way.
Wait, seriously?
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's. Buttermilk.